The benefits of early childhood education are widely acknowledged, and the government's trying to get thousands of extra children into the system by 2016. And officials say one of the key things has been letting communities come up with the ideas.
We need to actually focus on what the people want. And this really is about getting education out there in the communities and working at grassroots level and using every opportunity where they naturally gather to make things happen.
Cara Cribb heads the Ministry of Education's Early Learning Task Force. She loves this new approach of working directly with the people the government wants to help. The community comes up with its own ideas, rather than the ministry setting an agenda and rules. And Cara reckons it's probably easier to change the mind of the community than it is to change the mind of the ministry. The government drive to enrol more children into early learning has seen another first. The first time the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs and the Ministry of Education have co-funded a project.
Well, this approach is sort of reflecting a bit of a transformation that's going on across the public sector at the moment. The significance of the co-funding between the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs and the Ministry of Education is huge. It's the first opportunity that we've had to work in a way like this. It allows the teams to work together, so there's a different type of relationship that's happening between agency and agency. But not only that, we can leverage off each other's resources, experience, community contacts, and it's just a really innovative and different way to work.
One of the projects designed by the Ministry of Education and Pacific Island Affairs is the S.M.A.R.T bus, and there really is a bus to drive the kit around.
You know, we're just promoting getting children enrolled.
It's run by Whaiva Usuanga from the Fountain of Knowledge Community Trust. It has a simple approach: get out into the community, talk to parents, and get more children enrolled in early education.
The opportunity to go to a playgroup or kindergarten. Yeah.
You know, it started more from seeing kids running around in the neighbourhood during the day.
Is he enrolled in ECE now?
I more or less wanted to just kind of go out there and tell them, like, hey, you know, there are programs, playgroups, early childhood centres that these kids can have fun with. I mean, as opposed to just kind of swinging on the fence. We like to attract the kids by setting up play equipment, musical instruments, and as soon as we get to engage the child, mum and dad follow, or nana and papa follow afterwards.
It's going fantastic. It's very attractive to the community. It's a different way of engaging, so it's not sterile, it's not clinical, it's not on a hall. It's sort of where things are happening. So people can come up in their own way, be relaxed, we can talk to them, the providers can talk to them, and they can enrol their kids in early learning.
Children love it. You know, I think without them, it's almost like I feel like we're the voice speaking for the child, saying, give me something else to do. I'm in a discovery mode, I want to explore. Mum, I love the house, but I want to see other kids, I want to play. And there's so much learning and just playing, but, you know, they learn more from other kids than they do sometimes from, you know, mum and dad.
How has government helped you?
Certainly funding. So government's definitely supported us with the funding, but also just, you know, the Ministry of Education has certainly provided us with information on early learning.
This project's now been running for 4 months, and it's already counting its successes.
Most of the times, I'm sure I'm not spending a lot of time with him, like doing reading and playing as well. But in a playgroup, they do that.
And you think that that's good for their development?
It's good for them, for the development, while they're still small.
I've already enrolled her, but I had doubts about it. But this can help me feel more comfortable about it.
There are many reasons why parents don't get their kids into early childhood education. And that's exactly what these initiatives aim to address.
So yeah, give us a call when you need some assistance and you decide to enrol baby.
Yeah, I'll do it.
The goal is to increase the participation of children on entry to school to 98%. That means we need an extra 12,000 3 and 4-year-olds, and the breakdown of that is 7,000 Māori and 5,000 Pacific Island children. When they don't go to any quality early childhood childhood education or any kind of early learning, they actually arrive at school and they're not ready. And that puts a whole lot of pressure on the schooling system and it makes it very difficult.
I want them to get more educated before getting to any other school like kindy or even primary, and just, you know, it's bored for them at home. They get bored at home and then my house ends up upside down.
She is the perfect candidate. She's got 2 kids, and her biggest barrier was just time. And getting out there and being able to look at the other ECE centres available to us. So
I think probably the real significant difference is that we're going out to where people are. I think in the past, agencies, central government agencies, have tended to call community into meetings. So community's kind of been a little overburdened. But the beauty of this is that we actually go out to where the community is.
Getting to them while they're shopping, talking to them while they have their children there, and often those parents have not even thought about what it might be to engage in early learning.
So how has this led to better public services?
What we're doing at the moment is fantastic in terms of collaboration across other government agencies. We're working with MSD, with the Ministry of Health and the Vulnerable Children's Space, but we're also working with the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs and Te Puni Kōkiri, because these are communities that they know and they know the richness of them. I think the other thing is that we're using local intelligence and the people to find solutions for these communities.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Good to see you. I think often if we think that we can create policy in isolation, without connecting it truly with the community, then it's not going to work. And that's what I really love about this particular initiative, that we've got a very big agency working alongside a boutique agency, the Pacific Island Affairs. We're quite small in numbers, but we're very confident that we know our community well. We're very confident that we can help bigger agencies provide their services to Pacific communities in a meaningful way.
In the malls and out on the footy fields of South Auckland, parents are getting the word. Putting your children into early learning gives them a huge leg up into the big league.